Imagine building this with your own two hands. And this is just one of the skills you're going to learn out here at the Build Smart Institute in Roanoke. And I'm here with one of the master instructors, Wesley Cotner. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And this is pretty amazing because you come in here and your trainees get to look, touch, feel, and create everything in a home or a building, you know, from scratch, and you start with the basics. Tell me all about this.
Okay, so our basic introduction class is called Core Fundamentals of Construction. And we bring them in, we start with very basic safety, and they get an OSHA 10 card through that safety training. We teach them very fundamental uses of tools, starting with some saws, real classroom safety training. We bring them out here, put them hands-on, one-on-one with me, everybody gathered around, and then we progress through the point where we actually start to build a sample wall. And we've got one of these here behind us today. This is actually the finished side. They progress through the framing, they get to do the drywall work, and they also, if you walk around behind it, we also touch then on a little bit of electrical work, a little bit of plumbing work, and
wow.
You'll notice we even knock holes in their walls when they think they're done, and we teach them how to patch.
This is amazing. And what a skill to know in general in life, because how many times have you accidentally broken something?
Yes.
Or somebody put their hand through the wall? I mean, honestly.
We send a weekly newsletter home, and I send it home to their parents that week and says, oh, by the way, parents, we taught them how to patch a wall today. So go ahead and buy some drywall and mud for this weekend.
And speaking of which, your trainees, you guys are accredited. So you've got anybody from high school students to adults coming through these doors, people being trained from other companies. Tell me more about this.
Okay, so we are accredited through two different organizations, NCCER, which is the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research, and HBI, which is the Home Builders Institute, and they're affiliated with the Home Builders Association. We teach to their curriculum. I've written it so that we can combine the two. Generally, I think our youngest trainee was 14, and some of our older trainings were even into their 40s for some of the more advanced classes. They get the certificates from those organizations, plus they get a certificate from us that lists all the basic skills that they have learned. And that's what this core is about, getting the basic skills in trainees' hands so that in a 3-week session, similar to what we're offering this summer, which is a very intense all-day session, or a 16-week semester 2-hour-a-day session, by the time they're done with that session, they are actually job ready.
Fantastic.
They're ready to enter at the entry level of a job and have skills beyond sweep the floor and carry material.
And we're of course talking about this first basic 90-hour kind of class, but then you can build on that. They can learn all about carpentry, electricity.
Once you finish the core level class, which that is a requirement to move on to any of the other ones. We then offer, it's a 4-level electrical class, a 4-level HVA, 4-level plumbing, 2 different 4-level carpentries, one meant for residential and one meant for commercial track, because they are different animals. You'll see behind us that big unit you just walked out of to start this session. That's actually a local company sent their people here to be trained to do that. So we are a training center for businesses also. We have businesses that currently have people here training to be crew leaders. We have people that have come over and we've trained them to do the trim that you see on this unit, or saw on this unit behind us. Bathroom remodel training we've done over here. You tell us what you need and we can design it.
Right, and a very good point too, because this is in demand. People are aging out of this industry. You're going to find a job, and you all work with lots of different companies that are hiring people right out of school.
Yes, we had a graduation ceremony the 29th, and we actually had 8 companies show up at this graduation ceremony to start looking at our people. Hey, we want your people. Can we get your people? We actually had a young man sign an apprenticeship with one of the local heating and air companies at that graduation. They actually called here during the semester and said, do you have anybody? We had a young man show up 2 days ago, said, look, I went for a job at Varney. They asked me what my skills are. I don't have a lot of them. They said, go over here. They'll get you trained and we'll hire you.
Coming up next, how to launch a career in construction with Build Smart Institute. We'll have details after the break.